Yeah, hi, hello everyone. Welcome to the next session of Frontend Development. So, as part of our previous class, we have discussed about how to add tables to our web page, right? So, in that scenario, we learned how to add normally a table and how to add rows and table data into that. So, where TDR are something like what I say, like vital tags in which we actually add the data. So in a table, you should not add the data in any other place. Only inside the TDR/TH we have to write the data over there. And coming to the tables, tables can be with horizontal headings, or a table can be with the vertical headings, or a table can contain other data as well. Other than the text, it can contain other data as well. And this particular tables, we can even merge the data cells also. Those small boxes will be there, right? You can merge them across the column, we can merge, or even across the row also we can able to merge them, right? So to merge them across the column, we use something like call span, and for the row we use row span, right? Yeah, you know that. And apart from that, we have also seen something like iframes, a concept like iframe, where if you wanted to attach another web page into your current web page. So there is no limit for this, and you can add any page or any number of pages, and wherever you want to add it, yes, we can able to add them to your web page. The only thing is here, we have to do it with the help of iframe tag, and inside that we need to provide src attribute, and there we can able to write over that. So that's it. This is about your iframe concept. And but while we are adding the iframes, you have to be careful. Mostly we need to add the pages, other pages only, but we have to add our own web pages. If you wanted to add the pages which are not owned by you, then what happens is sometimes some website will not be allowing. Let's say for example, we already have something iframe here, right? Now just to do this location 7 a.m. Yeah, open this. So this here, what is the content here? It is adding. It is from something listed.html, something like that. I want to edit it. Frame here between two paragraphs. It is there right now. What I'm doing here is two tables are there. No? Here I wanted to add the iframe, no? And the data or the page I want to display in this iframe is not our page. I want to get it something different from the internet. So here I'm writing www.wikipedia.org .wiki .india. Okay, fine. Now save. Go to the output screen. Yeah, that is the web page. Now it. Yeah, here observe. It might take few seconds. Yeah, you got it right. So this is what iframe is about. And in this say, you have something like South Asia, something like that. You click that, then whatever the changes are happening in this particular frame only. So it is not going to disturb your original, or the outer web page. Okay, fine. What I've added here, I've added for a Wikipedia site, right? Now I want to add another site now here also, which is not our page. I want to add Amazon. So the address would be like amazon.in, www.amazon.in. Now save this and go to the browser, reload the browser. Yeah, This is what actually happens. See this, what it's telling. Amazon.in is Amazon.in refused to connect. So the thing is very simple. What is our web page name? iframes.html, right? Later in the future, you feel like this is your website. Then what you will do? You'll purchase one domain over there, right? And into that domain, whatever the website you are creating, the website you will be launching into that one, right? So this website, assume this is a website you are launching. Who is the owner for this? Absolutely, we are the owner. So then how here, if Amazon.in is allowed, then how those people allow their site to be run in your site? Absolutely, they will not be allowing it. Clear? So I repeat, this is the page or iframes.html. Assume it's a page or it's a website or web page or website, you can say anything. But here, who is the owner for that? We are the owner. Then Amazon.in, so they will not be allowing their site to be you know hosted or included from your site. Absolutely, they will not be allowing it. So that's why we are unable to give the iframe. So coming to the Wikipedia, it's a different story, right? The purpose of Wikipedia. Nowhere it's a commercial website, you know that, right? And it is purely for non-profit, and also they don't care about those things. But when it comes to Amazon, it will not be happening. Clear? So providing links is different. If you provide anchor tag and if you give one link in your web page, if you click that link, then what happens in the same tab or in the new tab, you'll be opening Amazon website. Just a minute. Got that right? See here, something like links, right? In this, see, okay, something Amazon. If you click this, what's happening? There is what is the address of this page? www.amazon.in. That page and that server is open, and here you can do whatever you want. They are the one who are going to maintain it or manage it, right? But now, if you do anything here, then definitely it is happening in your site. So they will not be allowing. Not only this, so many other websites also will not be allowing you for using their site as a iframe in your website. That is it. Unofficially, they will not be allowing it. So you might have observed, like some news portals, whenever any live cricket match is happening in the news portal, generally normal news will be mentioned over there, right? So apart from that news, to some corner, right corner, somewhere, any corner, they will be mentioning like live score. Some small box will be there. In that live score means the score usually get updated, and usually they will not be maintaining the score, means like scoreboard for score server. Every time it has to be automatically updated, and they will not be doing all those things. Then what they will be doing is, already there are some websites or some applications which will maintain the dynamic score, cricket score, right? Cricket buzz, something like that. Example I'm telling, there might be some other. So what they do is, they'll be having an agreement with those people, and they will take some small portion of their web page. They will ask, and they will give you, they will give them what I say, like that link, small link they will be giving in the form of something, some address. Then these people will create one iframe, and whatever the address they give, that address they will paste it. That's why what happens, that will be running, but actually the data is coming from the other page. I hope you got it. So like that, the iframe will be working unless and until they give some permission. For few sets you cannot use it. Fine. So far whatever we learned, either iframe or anything, any kind of data you talk here, already we have. So if you take all these things, as a programmer or as a owner of the site, or as a programmer, okay, owner only, site owner is the one who will ask the programmer to create a web page or website, or if they are already programmer, they only will create their website. So in any of the way, so they are the ones who are going to deal their web page or website. So now here, If you look at text, images, links, list, tables, media, and as well as iframes here, from our side, assume like a programmer, from our side, whatever we write, that is displayed to the user. Means the data, image, anything is like in the form of data. The data is visible to the user. So data is traveling from our side to the user side. They can able to uh, see the data. They can able to view the data. If it is a video or audio, a video file and all, they can view the data. They can listen to the data, whatever it is. But data is traveling from our side to the user side. But if we want to retrieve any data or information from the user using our website, I repeat, if you want to retrieve the information from the user using our website, we have to use concept called forms. Whenever we want to collect the information from the user, the information could be anything. That depends on what kind of web application you are using. Some web applications might ask more data. Some web applications might ask what I say, like very minimal data. Depends. But whenever you wanted to collect the information from the user to your site through your website, we use concept called form. In general scenario as well, whenever you are applying something, like what I say, not even the nowadays everything is online, but even offline also, if you go to any government office and you wanted to apply for something, example I'm telling, the first step you need to do is you need to fill a form, right? Yeah, happens. So that depends again, right, whether if it is a government bank, the procedure would be different, and if it is a any revenue department office, it would be different. Everything changes, right? Yeah. So but you need to submit the form. So in that, what you do, that might be an offline sheet, like it's an offline form. Means you'll be having a document over that. Then you need to provide certain details over that, right? So that is what a form is about. They are collecting your data. In the same way, if you wanted to collect the information through your website, in the website, something to be mentioned, that is called form. And when we talk about this particular form, there different kind of data will be collected from the form, and that in different formats. I say that is, uh, for people to enter the data, there will be some small box will be there where users will be entering their data, or some drop down box will be there where simply users will be choosing the data. Like something will be there that they will just choose out of it. So that also will be there. So like this, assume this is your name. Okay, assume first name, something like a last name, mobile number, like that. You do have this, right? So here, people usually enter their data over there. So it is not just done like this. We have several other things as well. That is, this gender, to select the gender or something like that. Here we'll be having male, female, something like that will be there. Not only male, female. You have something like you are applying for you know uh, an experienced position, or are you an experienced IT professional? Assume you are applying for an IT job. So the question will be like, are you an experienced IT professional? So there the options would be for you, like yes, one button will be there, no, one more button will be there. So that is what. So like this it will be there, and sometimes they will be asking you to enter your address. Like one big box will be provided to you, right? Like this, a box will be provided to you where you need to enter the address. Apart from that, you do observe something like this as well. uh, you know I have read all the terms carefully. Like this, you have to check this, right? but that is also a form. You can have multiple of this. So these are the different fields. I say these are the different fields. Generally, if you wanted to add table to your web page, so what we use to add the table to your page, we use table tag, right? But internally just a table tag is not enough. Table is just like a complete the major, or I can say like root tag for the table, but internally we have to just add a tr tag and then td and all, right? In the same way, if you wanted to add a form to your web page, then we have to use a tag called form tag. So it's like open and close form tag. But within that form tag, we have multiple fields. So what are those multiple fields? These are the multiple fields available in the. Now, as we know, everything in HTML is added with the help of tags. So here, this one also will be adding with the help of one tag. This one also one separate tag, like that will be adding. But all these are called what? Fields. So now this is for the purpose of adding some feedback, or something like adding address, something like that we have. Now we have something like this. Okay, assume something like this here. Kind of a drop down will be there. The moment you click this, then some options will be open, and you people can choose one option from that list. You know that, right? So that is also a part of form. Sometimes it happens. So you have to choose location. So, so different things. You have to do that. That depends again. It can be graduation. Assume you're applying for something and their graduation is there. In that, they are allowing different 10 types of graduations, and you can select what is your graduation out of it. Yes. So like this you do have. So that's it. These are the main things we can have in any form. So apart from that, at the ending of the form, we have a submission button will be there, where we'll be submitting the data through with that particular button. So that will be there. So apart from that, sometimes what happens is you wanted to attach the resume to your form, whatever it is. You want to upload your photograph, something like that. So for that to happen, here we'll be having something like some upload button also will be there, and using that you can able to upload any kind of document, that may be text format, or that might be means txt file, or maybe a doc, like word file, or it could be a pdf file, it could be png, an image, it could be anything. So these are the main things which we generally observe in any of the what we say like form. And in this boxes all are same here. These are called text boxes. We call them text boxes. And these one like this I mentioned now. So here it is coming twice. So these are called text boxes, and these are called radio buttons. We call them radio buttons, and these are called check boxes. And this one is called text area, and this is called drop down box, and this one is called upload button, or we say like file field, because through this what we do is we will be uploading the file. And this is called a submission button, or we say simply submit button. Now we know everything in HTML is done with the help of a tag. So for that, its names here. This is called a text box, and this is called radio button, and this one is called text box. The last one is like text area, and here it is called drop down box, or we say simply drop down as well. And it is like a upload button, or we can say like file field or upload button. This is a submission button. So purpose you already know. If you want to select one option from the given options, generally we use the drop down box. Here list of items or options will be there. Boxes are something where users can enter their data whatever they want in terms of characters through keyboard. Yes, definitely. It may be so field can be anything: name, first name, last name, father name, school name, college name, city name. It can be anything, but mobile number. But that is entered with the help of keyboard. Now, next is radio buttons. The radio buttons are something where uh, few options will be provided, just one, two, three options only will be there. But out of them, you have to select only one option. So, whenever there is a requirement to choose only one option from the given options, that to exactly one option from the given options, we use radio button concept. Next comes with the checkbox. Whenever there is a requirement to choose one or two, three, multiple options or no options, means you can select one or you can select none or you can select multiple, then we use checkbox. Next is text area, is something which almost like your text box, but the thing here is in the text area. Okay, in the text box, assume like you wanted to take the address from a user, then you have to provide 4 5 text boxes minimum to the user, that house number, colony or street, next like that you have, right, area, then city, state, country, pin code, like that you have to provide multiple text boxes to him, fields to him, I say. There people will be entering the data, but instead of that, it's not more customized one, right? So instead of that, if this kind of thing is there, like text area, where people are having that freeness to enter their address in a better way. I hope you got it. So if you have that kind of requirements at any time, we'll be using something like text area. So not only for that, you wanted to take some feedback, enter your feedback option, something like that. You have fields, right, where you need to enter the data more, or whenever you want to take some more information from the user, like some lengthy information, people use text area over there. So especially for addresses, it's a more useful, I say, because the people who live in rural areas will have one kind of address, right? So they have like like I'm talking about remote villages, especially the rural villages. Villages, they do have village name, mandal name, something like that. They have that is different. Mandal name, village name, mandal name, and district, like that it will be there. But when you're talking about the towns, or when you're talking about cities, major cities, there you won't be having that, and here will be having colonies and streets and all, like landmarks and all. But when it comes to the rural addresses, there you will not be having colonies, more colonies and all, more streets. You will not be having street number and all. I hope you got it. That's it. Next is drop down. I already told you. And this file upload button is used when you want to retrieve uh, information from the user in the form of a document. It could be any format. Then we use this. Then submit button is very very important button. uh, Whenever user enter all these details, then the submit button will be clicked by the user. The moment submission button is clicked, all this data will be collected, and collected means together it has been taken and will be sent to the server here. Where it will go? The data will go to the server here. You know already, when you're talking about web application, what will be there for the web application? Front end development and as well as back end development. All these forms as a programmer where you will write in a HTML page or whatever, then user will be opening your application, right? Then user will be entering some data where you will enter in the front end only will be entering, but the moment he clicks the button, then the data should move to server side. In simple words, I say, like okay, server side is the main thing, but you can understand like it's like a backend. The data will move to the backend, and inside that you already having different programs will be there to take the data and to do what. So, but that aspect you'll be learning only when we get into a backend. Right now, we'll be concentrating only on the front end. So this is about the concept of form and why we need to learn form. Yeah. So now we are going to create a form. So every day we do that, right? So whatever the concept we learn, and immediately we'll be implementing it practically. So now the same thing I want to do for uh, form as well. So here I'm having one page. Generally how to create a web page. Take one new fresh notepad, in that take new file, and then write basic template of a web page, then write some data inside the body, then save it. If you don't write also fine, but if you don't write, nothing will be displayed on the website. So web page. Now save this. You can able to write any name for your you know web page, but try to save that in a proper location. Now it's saving in a location called PyHTML. Okay, it's not our location. Ours is full stack 7 a.m., front end 7 a.m., HTML 7 a.m. Yeah, this is the location. Now you write whatever the name you wish, but .html should be mandatory thing there as an extension. Now write this all files, click it, save. Go to the, we are already in this location now. Forms, click this to see the output. But we have written only heading, nothing else we have written over there. Now would like to add the form. So to add the form here, writing form 10. Now I would like to add text box now. Only text box I want. Before that, we should know. Already I told you. Okay, I explained about what is text box, radio button, and all. But how these things will be created? Because as per our knowledge, whatever in HTML we wanted to add or attach to our page, we have to take the help of tags, different tags we need to use. The same way, if I want to add text box here, one kind of tag I have to use. If I want to create a text area, I have to use one kind of tag. If I want to create a drop down box, I have to use a different kind of tag. So like that, we have to use different tags. So first we are going to learn what are the different tags generally used to represent those different fields over there. So whatever we write inside the form, usually they are termed as fields. Generally, all other things we usually call them as HTML elements, but inside the form, right? Generally, we call them as something like fields. So now different fields. To add those different fields, what are the you know tags we use? We are going to see now. So to add a text box to your page, we use input tag. The tag name is input here. And to add Radio button, the tag we use here is input tag. If you want to add a text box, we use input tag only. To create the radio button also we use input tag only. To create the checkbox also we use input tag only. To create a file field also we use input tag only, and to create the submission button also we use the input tag only. So text box, radio button, checkbox, file upload button is a simple upload button, and submit button. These two, these three, total all five whatever I mentioned in this page or this paint, all are added only with one tag called input. Definitely we should have a doubt here that if I write input, then what will be added with the text box or radio button, because uh, so we are concerned like only input is the only tag for all this, right? Definitely what it is going to be added. So this is the place where a concept of attribute comes into picture. That is, for input tag we have a special attribute is there inside the input, right, where we write attribute generally inside the tag. So the attribute name is like type, and we have to provide different values for that type. So let's say example, if you write type equal to text, then it will be text box. If you write a type equal to radio, then it would be a radio button. If you write a type equal to checkbox, then it would be a checkbox. And if you write a type equal to file, then it will create a upload button. And if you write a type equal to submit, then it will create one submit button. Got the idea? So I repeat, you have to use input tag only to create multiple fields here, not a drop down and not this text area, but other things which I mentioned here. So to do them, we have to use the same tag called input, but change comes only in this attribute called type. That is the place where it varies. Type equal to text for text box, and type value is checkbox for checkbox, file for upload button, type equal to submit for submission button, equal to radio for radio button. That's it. Now we are going to create the form. Already we started it right in this. I would like to write only one thing like a text box for some time, and here I am writing type equal to text. This is one text box. I wanted to create one more text box. Very simple data I want to take here. Just one data in that some person name and person place I want to take. That's it. Now save and go to your browser. Where is the site? Yeah, here. Reload your web page. Yeah, now you're able to see two boxes, but we don't have submission button. So minimum fields you can have two, three fields. How many you want? You can have. You can have only text fields, but we need a submit button, right? No, already how to create a submit button. Same tag called input tag, and you have to write. An important thing here, input is a self-closing tag. You should not, you no need not should not like it's like no, you no need to close the input tag. Now save this. Go to the browser. So better for better visibility, I'm just zooming it. Yeah, hope you're able to see it properly. Yeah. Now, if I submit, okay, something like, yeah, if you click this, what is happening? You're able to see question mark symbol in the top. You're able to see, I think. Um, Observe, this is your web page, normal web page. What is that? Forms.html. Here I did not write in any data. Okay, you write or something, whatever, doesn't matter. Now, here what I'm doing, I'm clicking submission button. Observe here carefully after HTML. Yeah, you're able to see something like question mark means actually the data is trying to submit. But the problem is you are not capturing the data. Actually, why do we do all these things? To transfer the data from one page to the other. That is what one page is like, first front end page to a back end page in simple words. In backend also you have dot Java file or dot Node.js file. Any Node.js file will be there. Dot.js or any dot py file, Python file, whatever it is for server purpose, it is there. But what people are entering in this box? Okay, you are entering something, some name you are entering, one person name. We and Hyderabad. We already talked about right person name and place. If you click, but data is actually trying to server, it's trying to submission happening, but it's not holding the data because they don't know, as a user, as a programmer, you don't know what this field is capturing and what this field is capturing. So for that reason, for every field we need to provide one name. For every field we need to provide a name. Let's say example, if you click this, whatever the value you entered here should be submitted as a person name. Whatever the value you enter here should be as a place name. That's it. So for that, we have to use a special attribute. That attribute name is name. The attribute name is name. And you need to mention what you want to collect from this. I want to collect person or person name. You write anything, user, whatever it is. Next, I have another field, second field. For that also, I want to give one name. I'm writing something like place. Now save. Go to the browser, reload the browser, write something, some data, you just write here. Now I have written something like hurry. Now here I'm writing. Okay, already typed Hyderabad. Yeah. Now click this. Okay. Now submit. Observe this time after question mark. If question mark is coming in the URL means data submitted, but observe data properly submitted means for each field. So now how this data is transferring is from this form, data is transferred after the clicking the submission button. Person with Ravi, person with Hari value, a place field with Hyderabad value. That now that will go to the server. Generally, if you provide the server address, as we don't know backend knowledge, and also we do not have any backend already readily available. That's why you are not sending it to the server. Generally, to send the server, here we need to provide one special attribute. One form, one submit button. Every form will have a submit button and must, and also one form should have only one submit button. What is action here is the moment you click the submit button, where the data should go. In the server, you have multiple programs: registration program, login program, right? Uh, what I say like place order program, depends whatever search program, which program server address you need to you want to send this data. You have to be careful that particular address only you need to write. Fine, but again I'm saying you like I don't know the backend, assume we don't know backend. That's the reason what is happening here. Earlier is like your forms.html is your page is forms.html, right? And the moment you submit the data, see here also the forms.html, the data is going again to the same page only, and because we don't have any address over there, but data properly going person and Ravi, Hari and Hyderabad. But this time I'm changing now. Now click this, see, observe, data changes, data is changing and going there, right? Now what I can do is in this address, right now we don't have any collected, but still I want to show you that feeling. For that I'm just writing one more front end address, but again I'm telling you guys you should not write any front end address here. We have to generally write any back end server page address. Okay, fine. Now save. uh, just go back, reload your page. Now observe some name I'm entering. Observe it carefully. Yeah, able to read, see read list.html means data. Now see this complete, see data, what is data here? It's a list page also. Now data has been submitted from your forms page to list page, but again I'm telling you, it will not be a front end page, it will be a back end page. But for you to give that feeling, I have written, but person stubborn value whatever you entered in that front end form, the same data has been, transferred over there. And for this to happen, what I used is name field. What I used? Name. But okay, but users don't know what they are entering. Don't say like first box person name, second box place. How he will know? If he opens, this only will be, visible to him. As a programmer, you are collecting fine. If he enters something in the first box, you are selecting as a person name, second box place. But how he knows? So just to help the user, what we do is before we write input box, here we write something just like user to understand. That's it. You write anything here that will be selected. You write anything that will be considered a city, something like this. Now, just go there, reload. Yeah, observe this. It is like name and city. But again, I'm telling this is not for the server to recognize, program to recognize, only for the user. So that's it, guys. This is about forms. So the purpose of forms and why we need forms, and also how to create a form and what are the different fields existed in the forms. But today we learned only text field. In the next session we are going to learn all other fields related to form. I hope you people are clear with today's session. If you're having any doubt, just let me know, guys. Up to now, if you have any doubt, other fields we are going to see in the next session. Quickly, all of you, if you have any doubt, just let me know. If not, just mention like you are clear with the session. So all of you. Akshara, Jules, Sai Kiran, Ravali, Shweta, Sunit.
I have a one question. Here in the
Mhm.
text fields, so we can put some conditions like maximum characters.
Yes, we can do that. Yeah, but that directly we cannot do with HTML. For that, with HTML we can make only few things, but with JavaScript we can create customized conditions for the field that we'll be learning in the future. With HTML, I can make it mandatory. I can make few things that we'll be learning in the next session. But customized validations, which say actually validation, that we will do with the JavaScript in the future. Clear, Shweta?
Okay, great.
Okay, guys, that's it. I hope it's clear for all of you, and we'll see rest of the things related to forms and other HTML. So mostly we are at the end of finishing HTML. Those things we'll do in the next session. Bye, guys. Take care.